Outdoors is presented by Built Ford Tough, Goal Zero, Mercury, Lund Boats, St. Croix, Lowrance, Jerry Yamamoto Custom Baits, Lake Powell Resorts and Marinas, River to Sea, Tackle Warehouse, and Never Slip Bait Tape.
Hi, I'm Jarrett Edwards. Welcome to the show. Today we're in southern Utah, St. George to be exact, on one of my favorite little bodies of water, Sand Hollow. Our guest, how we doing, Les?
Doing great, doing great.
Now, Les, I really appreciate you coming down. This guy's a scientist here and has also created Never Slip Bait Tape, a really cool product that we'll share with you throughout the show. Today, it's late summer. I tell you what, it's gonna be well over 100 degrees today. 85-degree water temp's gonna be the high, and these bass are deep. So come along with us. Hopefully we can teach these folks a little about vertical angling, being able to utilize your electronics, and maybe a couple small little swim bait fish in there as well. Stick around. It's gonna be a great show. Just fall and the line just tightens up out here. Here we are, Les.
Ooh.
40 foot deep. Just try to bring them up slow, do what you can. That's the trouble. There's so many small fish here. You don't know, is he gonna be a good one? Is he gonna be another pounder? What are we looking at, you know? Come on up here, buddy. But one thing's for sure, and that is bass fishing. Come on up here, buddy.
Oh, there you go.
There he goes. Now he realizes he's hooked. Bass fishing in the summer, I tell you, even when the water's super hot, come on over here, buddy. There he goes. Fish is hot. A lot of fun, huh? There's no doubt about it. Nice little 2-pounder, but catching them deep like that, always a great time. You know, these fish are beautiful here. They're clean. I'm gonna go ahead and put them back. We're gonna help educate folks at home a little bit about some of our technique today and what we're doing. Nice little guy.
Yeah, that's
See you,
great.
baby. So, summertime, right? A lot of people wanna stay indoors, and rightfully so. You get these 100-degree days, it gets hot, it gets sticky, but there's great fishing to be had out there, right? I think the biggest thing to understand is being able to fish deep more times than not, you're gonna be able to find more of the quantities of the school. It's one thing I've learned through the years, and that's literally what we're doing. So you can see we're backed up near the dam today, sitting up here in 10, 15 foot of water, casting to 45 foot of water. And I think that by taking an uphill approach today with numerous techniques will definitely help us land a few more fish. Come on over, buddy. I tell you, Les, these fish, absolute ball. You know what?
Ooh. It's a good one? Big one?
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see what we have over here. Ah, he's a nice one.
Nice fish.
Come here, buddy. This is a little swimmer. Here's a couple different techniques that we've been utilizing this morning to catch a bunch of fish. Here's a small one. Let's discuss this though. So first thing we're gonna do, step one, is take this, throw that out there, try to get in that 40, 45 feet of water. Next opportunity, oh, light. I'm telling you, it's just been red hot like that this morning. There's a little bit better of a fish
Oh, that's
right
a good
there.
fish.
And notice that spool didn't go down maybe 2 foot, and sure enough, he went ahead and took a bite out of it. Definite reaction fish, you know?
Wow, look at that.
Come here, buddy. You know, Les, this fish was pretty rude. He didn't even let us finish what we were trying to demonstrate there, you know it?
Good fish, good fish.
Yeah, nice little fish. Well, let's go ahead and put him in, and then we'll finish talking about the technique, because it's definitely important today. A lot of baits will fall right by, he won't get a bite. It's all about the reaction today. Making these fish feel like it's their idea to chew. It's gonna be a good time. See you, baby. Suspended bass, tricky bass to catch. They get very finicky, especially as the sun comes up. So it's all about right bait, right presentation, just trying to make it drop quicker. So we're just trying to imitate the small little minnows and the forage that are actually in the water column. You didn't tell me it was gonna rain.
I'm your guest. You didn't tell me to bring it. But there's a fish.
Oh, goodness.
I like that. This one actually
Get
feels
you
pretty
out of the
decent,
way.
guy.
Get you out of the way here. Oh, man. You know, the only people prepared are the camera people. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Little swim bait fish, huh?
Yeah.
Nice. Right here in the rain, huh?
I haven't seen him yet.
Oh, yeah, he's a nice one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll bring him
There
over.
you go.
Come on over
There
here.
you go.
Now, look at that.
All right.
Talking about ripping lips. You know he bit it on this side because it would have escaped this side, huh? Yeah, typical summer bass. He's a little long and skinny, but he decided to come up and eat that old swim bait there. Man, these things sure do fight good, you know what?
They really do.
Look at that. What a fish. Nice
Yeah,
job, buddy.
thanks, guy. All right.
That's what it's about. That's a good time. I hope he heals up, man. Look at that.
Yep.
We'll see you later, buddy.
All right. There he is again.
Big deal, huh? I saw you just letting that thing
Yeah.
fall, huh? It's such a patient game out here, you know what? You're shallow, you're throwing deep. It just gives the fish a different view. There's no doubt about it. Nice, he's shaking his head, huh?
Yeah, good fish.
Yeah, let's see what you got over there. Go ahead and reel up. Bring him on into Papa here. What do we got? Man, that fish is deep, isn't it?
Boy, yes.
That rain keeps coming down. It's been a fun day. There he is.
There he is.
Now, Les, I thought he was gonna be 10 pounds by the way you were fighting that.
He's a chunk.
Man,
it's
these
amazing.
fish fight. You know
Just
what?
amazing.
Look at that big old fat belly on there. He's saying, hey, look, you're not so skinny either. I know that, but he's not skipping any meals. Look
That's
at
beautiful. That is just beautiful fish.
Yeah. You know, being able to appreciate the species, man, that's
You know,
awesome,
it's
man.
amazing when they come in here and they look so fat right by their tail.
Absolutely.
Just
These fish in here, the genetics
Healthy.
of these fish,
healthy.
definitely some big ones. See you, baby. Now, Les, you created Never Slip bait tape out of your frustration from fishing out there through the years and being able to lose a lot of time and finances on the water. You created a waterproof tape that actually fuses to itself. Now, it's pretty unique. Les, walk us through a couple different products here and really why you like to use it.
Okay, well, on the grub right here, for example, the whole idea is that you don't want your bait to slip like this. You basically just wrap that around the side, stretch that slightly. As you stretch that, it compresses the bait a little bit right
Sure.
there. At the very end here, all you end up doing is just iron the end down like
Gotcha,
that.
and it will self-fuse, right?
Right, yeah, and right now it is fused, okay?
That's awesome.
So go ahead and hold on to that. Let's see what
Okay.
happens, okay? It just rips.
Look at that. So the
Yeah.
tail will always bust off. One thing that I've noticed, you know, like today we're using them on our swim bait, Swim Senko, and another opportunity, the Yamamoto swim bait. Again, I'm able to catch 4 or 5 fish on one bait. It's pretty cool. Holds it secure up in there. Now, the wacky presentation is great. You know, most anglers will take for a wacky rig and be able to hook it this way. And what you find, the force of the bait after, you know, multiple casts, you're gonna find that this bait wants to tear off because of the pressure on the hook. So by applying the tape to the center, all we're doing here is taking this small hook and just skirting it right off the backside and pulling that in. Yeah, here's the wacky presentation. On the tubes, most of the time on the tube, you know, the head's gonna rip out after 4 or 5 fish. Not anymore. It's a pretty innovative product, and we're still finding anglers that are writing into you on Facebook saying, oh, well, you could use it this way or that way. Right. It's a pretty cool product. This is all over in pro shops across America, and most importantly, right there at Tackle Warehouse. Yeah. Really appreciate it, Les. Awesome product. Let's get back to the water.
Great, thanks.
I'm Jarrett Edwards here in the Motor Guide booth with good buddy Dallas Hodges. Dallas, how are we doing today?
We're doing great.
Hey, I appreciate your time. Now let's take a look behind us. No doubt a lot of Motor Guide accessories, but right now we're talking about props. Can you explain to these guys why you would need a different prop for different conditions?
Sure, it's kind of like the baits. You know, you need the right application for the right lake.
You bet.
And so if you've got weeds in your lake, you'd want to make sure that you use a weedless propeller. You know, the weeds will come off of this blade and they don't get stuck on the hub. And so that's what makes it weedless.
Gotcha,
and then a lot of guys in open water lakes, you know, they'd be better off, you know, in a stumpy lake to have a little bit more durable prop here. And this prop here, it comes with a 30% nylon in it, so that makes it very durable. And with 3 blades, you got a really good, strong, powerful, quiet, and fast prop.
Now, interesting. Now, here's a question I've always wanted to ask you. You know, let's say our Clearwater giant western reservoirs. Now, this appears to have a lot more surface area than the 3-blade machete. Can I get quicker speed on one prop versus the other?
No, they're both about the same speed from a design standpoint. They pull about the same amount of amps, and they're designed to work with our motors to, you know, make the motors as efficient as possible. The neat thing about Motor Guide is you can go back 25 years with Motor Guide, and we have the same size lower unit, 3.5 inches.
Nice.
So all of our props are going to fit all those props out there. So it's not a difficult, you know, chore to pick the right propeller.
Very nice. There you have it, guys. 2 different props, 2 entirely different applications right here at Motor Guide. Dallas, appreciate your time.
Thanks, Jarrett.
I'm Jarrett Edwards. We'll see you on the water. Oh, there he is right there. Saw this guy on the graph, drop down less, and here he comes. Woo. Another chunk fish, you know what? Oh. Just sitting out there suspended. You know, that's what's great about vertical fishing, and I think we need to talk about that a little further. Come here, buddy. He's coming in all hot. Thought he was getting a free meal down there. Man, that's killing me. I am
Can you flash?
No. Not that. It's a nice chunk fish. This is what's killing me. Oh. I'm catching so many bass today. I'm bleeding there. It hurts. It's gonna be a Neosporin and a Band-Aid kind of couple days, you know? Let's talk about vertical fishing.
Okay.
Utilizing electronics. Most people want to utilize them for depth and temperature. And that's the biggest mistake on earth, because the technology specific to Lowrance technology up here is awesome. We have downscan, side imaging, but just traditional sonar. Let's just go through and show you some of the basics of what traditional sonar can do on a vertical presentation. Cool. You know, taking a look at the graph here, it's pretty interesting because, as we talked about, a lot of people will feel that their graphs are good for depth and temperature. And in today's world of technology, that's the biggest mistake. You're literally fishing blind without your graphs. A great opportunity is to be able to take baits like we're actually fishing today, and there's so many fish that are gonna come up and suspend. And a number of questions people will have out there that we'll get on a monthly basis is, man, I bought that nice fancy fish finder on there, the same one you talked about, and I dropped my bait, but I can never see my bait on the screen like yours. You have a special one. Well, they're all factory programmed the same right out of the box. What we need to understand is it's where we're dropping our bait for the vertical presentation that matters most. Let me give you an example. If you want to be able to see that fish on the screen and you want to be able to see your bait drop precisely to that fish 100% of the time, and you want to watch it live, one important step, and that's step 1 in utilizing your electronics. That is to take whatever bait you're fishing and you want to drop it directly by the transducer. In our case, transducer's right on the bottom of the trolling motor. For some of you, it might be in the back, right below your outboard, or even connected to your jack plate. So the beauty of having the electronics mounted right up front here. And by utilizing the built-in Lowrance puck that's on the bottom of this motor guide, now as you can see, looking down on the graph, here comes your bait all the way down. And you're able to see that go directly down, right around into the fish's mouth, and that's gonna be the key to success. So keeping your bait within the strike zone, and there's many times today we'll be over 45, 50 foot of water, and the whole trick is being able to pause and suspend your bait at 38 foot or 42 foot and slowly start to vertical jig it. When you do that on your screen, you'll see your bait bounce back and forth. You know you're in the right area. So we're not just throwing the bait out hoping we're catching them. I tell you, the beauty of this is you're literally hunting the fish. Les, let's get back to it.
This segment brought to you by Tackle Warehouse, guaranteed lowest prices.
Sand Hollow Reservoir in Hurricane, Utah is literally one of my favorite fisheries. I tell you, that place is jam-packed with 2 to 4 pound bass in there. And if you are not that experienced of an angler and want to learn about new techniques, I tell you, Sand Hollow can be a great place to go out there and build a lot of confidence. Man, fishing with Les today was an absolute ball. Not only is he a great guy, but the guy's mind just never turns off, thus the scientist mentality. The creator of Never Slip Bait Tape, I tell you, it really has opened my eyes on the so many uses of the product out there. And today was no different. We started throwing the Yamamoto Swim Senko. This bait is available in numerous sizes, and literally my favorite Yamamoto color ever is color number 150, which is smoke and black fleck. This color looks very dark when positioned towards the back of my hand. However, holding it up to the sunlight, you're gonna find that the bait becomes transparent, and that's what's so special about this color, is it can mimic a variety of bait fish. We have to keep in mind that the bass's eyes naturally on top of the head, so generally he's always looking up. When that happens, finding a bait that's gonna be able to really match the color of what those fish are feeding on is definitely a win-win combination. Now, we went ahead and matched the Swim Senko with 1/4 and 3/8 ounce tungsten ball head. And the importance of that is we're literally trying to make this bait fall very fast past the bass's face and force him into a reaction. As you notice today, many a times we'd park the boat shallow and we'd throw deep, almost as if we were a shore fisherman, instead of being in a boat, being deep and throwing shallow. That was definitely the key to today's success. We paired the Yamamoto Swim Senko up with black Never Slip Bait Tape. We played with different colors today. Black and clear happen to be a couple of my favorite. Now, on the business aspect of things, we went ahead and switched up to a little bit heavier of a rod today. What you're gonna see right here is a 7-foot medium heavy St. Croix Legend Extreme rod. And this rod is definitely gonna have solid backbone that when those fish bite, especially in deeper water, or bite on moment's hesitation, and you get some of those funky hook sets setting back because you weren't really expecting a bite at that time, still gonna have enough backbone to be able to penetrate that fish's mouth. All the equipment demonstrated in today's show can be found at tacklewarehouse.com. Tackle Warehouse has the guaranteed lowest prices on whatever product you're looking for, and my personal favorite, free shipping on items over $50. Check them out today. What you got, buddy? Get out of your way here.
All right. Actually, it feels like a
Yeah?
decent
Could he
one.
be a nice one? What did he bite? You throwing that swim bait still?
Yep. Whoa.
These fish are so strong, aren't they?
They are.
Look at that. Chunky monkey, huh? Come here, buddy. I'm gonna take him off with this hand now. The guy gave me 2 thumbs for a reason.
All
One's
right.
bleeding, the other one to release. Look at that. Nice.
Beautiful fish.
Wes, it's been a ball, my friend. This is what it's all about. Good friends, guys, and coming out here and just enjoying the outdoors. Today we got so lucky. Number one, mainly cloud cover, hardly seeing the sun.
Yeah.
We did get rained on. You know, and only the camera people brought rain gear, and that's just the way it is. But most importantly, we have annihilated them today. Guys, we've caught and caught and caught fish all day long. Not all big ones as demonstrated on the show, but it's been fun. Our focus here was to prove that summertime bassing can be great. You know, 85-degree water, 100 degrees out, they still bite. They all have to bite. It's where they're at. So today I hope we really covered suspended bass, how to catch them, how to target them, how to utilize your electronics, most importantly, and just getting out there and getting outdoors to catch them. It's a ball. This lake, Sand Hollow, is one of my favorite fisheries, so close to home. But Les, what's your thoughts?
I have learned more today in 4 to 8 hours than I have in probably 20 years. I especially graph stuff. I have been fishing a lot blind.
Yeah,
Have been.
it's time to
It's amazing.
time to trade up. You
Yep,
know,
for sure.
electronics are literally where it's at. You know,
Yeah.
and understanding. Again, we're doing a couple things different today. We're in the bank throwing out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just different. We want to show these fish a different approach, especially on lakes where there's limited structure here. Want to always thank you. It's been a pleasure, pleasure filming with you, brother. And guys, thanks so much for watching. As always, we literally have the best job in the world. You know, our show is about a first-class show dedicated to the Western angler. Surprisingly, a whole bunch of our viewership comes from east of the Mississippi, and if that finds you at home, thanks so much for watching. I'm Jarrett Edwards. We look forward to seeing you right here next week. Jarrett Edwards Outdoors.
Jarrett Edwards Outdoors is presented by Built Ford Tough, Gold Hero, Mercury, Lund Boat, St. Croix, Lowrance, Gary Yamamoto Custom Baits, Lake Powell Resorts and Marinas, River to Sea, Tackle Warehouse, and Never Slip Bait Tape.